Hello, my name is Sean Walker, and along with my wife Jana, we created a Lego tracker app to track our Lego sets. I'm going to start by talking about the settings that we've done within the org to help with tracking and input. So we created a user profile for our son Preston. Preston's 16 and he loves Lego too, and so we thought it'd be fun to have him help us. So in Preston's user account, we gave him the Salesforce platform license, and we gave him the Lego user profile. Now that Lego user profile was created by cloning the standard platform user profile. Within that profile, of course, he has limited access to everything, or no access to everything, but we opened up access to the Lego object, gave him read, create, edit, delete, view all, modify all permissions, and also turn the default on tabs so that he could access that as well. Moving right along, I'll show you within the object. I have the Lego object here. We have a number of fields and relationships that we've created. Most of them are custom, and you'll see more about what is involved with those when we actually create a Lego record. Under validation rules, we created a validation rule for approval for retired sets. Within that, the formula it goes true to the retired being checked, and then the profile being a system administrator profile. If either of those are true, then everything's good. But if not, then it sends an error message that he needs to uncheck the box and save the record to be submitted for approval, which he needs to click on the Submit for Approval button. So, moving along, I can show you the approval process. The approval process for the retired Lego set, it sends a notification to my wife or I that we need to check to make sure that that set is retired. And if it is, then we get the opportunity to go in and reset the record with checkbox in the retired checkbox of the record, and that way we can move on. The next item that we did was set duplicate rule. In that duplicate rule, it makes sure that the item number is not duplicated. We have the matching criteria to match. If it's blank, it needs to be false. And if it's the same as any of the others, that it sends a warning. With that, I'm going to go ahead. I can show that in the security settings for login access, I enabled the administrator logging in as any user functionality so that I can show you when I'm in the user profile of Preston, all the different things that gets triggered when he tries to do any of the functionalities that we see. So I'm going to log in as my son Preston. It's indicated up here in this blue bar that I'm logged in as Preston Walker now. So this is great functionality for when you're doing testing. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to input a new set. It's a retired set, and I'm going to show you what happens when he tries to enter it. So the Lego name at this junction is London Bus. The item number is this one. The number of pieces is also a required field. And then theme. We have all the themes listed here. This one in particular is the creator theme, so I'm going to select the creator. The build status is not built. The displayed status is stored. Here's a pick list for all of the different holidays that the set could be related to. In this case, none. And then the Lego owner is Dad, because I'm Preston right now. And we want to set that. We know that that set is retired. It says it right here, retired product. But we want to make sure ourselves that it's definitely retired. So if Preston goes to save that record, it shows we've hit a snag and review the following field. And here it says, please uncheck the retired checkbox to save the record and then use the submit for approval button on the top right corner of the record. So we uncheck the checkbox and save the record. Now the record is saved, and if he's paying attention, he'll hit the submit for approval button. He can make comments and say, yeah, this is definitely a retired set, please approve, and submit. Now when he submits that, my wife and I both get notifications on our mobile and within the org that the set needs to be checked for retirement. All right, the next one I want to demonstrate is a duplicate. So I'm going to put in a new set, and it's going to be this one this time. So I'm going to copy the name of the set, put that one in here, the item number, just down here. The number of pieces. The theme, which I believe this one is a speed jet. Oh, now see it popped up. The similar records exist. The record, it looks like an existing record. Make sure to check any potential duplicate records before saving. So now I'm going to click on the view duplicates. Wow. So there is already a record for this set already inputted. So I'm going to open this set and see what the deal is. So looking at this record, apparently it's on our wish list. Our wish list is one of the items that we have in the dashboard, but it looks like I was put this on my wish list and wanted to have it, and apparently have just gotten it. So now we can update. We can uncheck the wish list. We can put the build status as not built. We can see where the set is. If it's displayed, stored, or missing, we're going to be saying it's stored for now because it's not built. We have a location here for online instructions. So if we ever lose the instruction sets, then we can just quickly hop over to that link and get the instructions. The bricklink value. So if we ever want to resell the set at a later date, we can go in to bricklink.com and it has value indications to say whether it's worth trying to sell it or not. The owner name is already listed here. It's not retired. There's a location here for missing pieces, which allows, using a rich text field allows us to put in an image or a link to where you can buy new pieces like Bricklink. And then all of these other different functionalities that you can do with a rich text field. And it looks like we're all up to date on this set. So we're going to save the record and it's good to go. So now if I log out as Preston, I'm going to go ahead and close that and go back to here and refresh this. I need to log in again as myself. When I log in as myself, I do have notification that Preston is requesting an approval for Lego. I can go ahead and select that. It says the approval detail here. I can open the record and I can go ahead as the system admin, select that it's retired after I've checked and make sure that it was retired, and then save the record. So all of that functionality is working wonderfully. And I'm going to go back to our dashboard and show you the different functions. So the Lego sets by theme, we have all of the different sets. You can set it to go by theme. We also have a record count of who has more record sets. Either me with only 24, and look, my wife has 50. We also have our wish list indicated here, but the McLaren is still showing at the bottom here. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh our tracker dashboard. And look, the McLaren set has disappeared, and it'll be showing up back in our no data. And we'll refresh that again. Good. So that's our Lego tracking app. Thanks for watching.